Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, you guys may have seen some kind of cool news back in the day on a car that is literally built in and integrated with your PlayStation 5. Now, if you guys don't know, there's actually been some kind of cool nifty technology that Sony themselves has worked with, and right now there's actually a live version that's drivable, testable, walkable right now of the brand new Afeela car that basically has like your PlayStation 5 built on into it. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen some cars nowadays since like this new electric vibe, where cars are able to go basically play games, or thinking like in Teslas, where they have things like Netflix, etc. And I think this is actually overall really cool because you can quite literally go and play your PlayStation, have it integrated with this car, and the car itself actually does look pretty sick. So number one, as we're going throughout the video, let me know if you guys would go buy this car. Number two, if you guys think the car itself is pretty cool, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, make sure you guys are subscribed, leave your like and thoughts down below, and let's dive on into the video of really random, weird crossovers I never would have expected to have happened. So as I mentioned, there's a brand new car system coming over here called the Sony, basically in combination with Sony, called the Afeela, which has the prototype that's out right now that people can jump in and check out and play. And right now it's actually up in LA, so people have had a chance to have a hands-on experience. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a run through and kind of talk through on it because it seems actually really cool. So as I mentioned, right now people are having a chance to literally sit in the car itself, run the car, and see the Afeela prototype. So basically right now, you can play your PlayStation in your car as you're running on a road trip, doing whatever it might be. And I think it's overall kind of nifty to go and see. So, and for the really easy thing to look at, if you guys want to see this car, I think it looks nice. Like, I like this. It's not like the most crazy looking, like it doesn't look like a Cybertruck or something, but I think it seems cool. Like, I like the line work in the car itself. You guys go and see the lines right over here by the wheel itself. The wheels look nice. The front headlights look cool. Like, it looks like a futuristic kind of cool, dope car. Now, do I think a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 5 integration is going to sell me on like a $30, $40, $50, $100,000 car in the future? I'm going to be honest, probably not. I'm gonna keep it about 50. But at the same time, I think it's cool if you have like a bonus integration and bonus kind of combination with your car itself. Like, I don't think many people out there are able to buy a car just for their console alone. But I do think the car looks nice. I like the color scheme. I like the vibes and everything else with it. I'm gonna give a walkthrough of it too as well, because I do think the Sony Afeela seems nice. So it seems cool. So the Sony Honda Mobility is touring around the Afeela prototype, and we had the chance to go look at it, close up in LA. The Afeela is the official name of Sony's fledgling electric car brand, which Sony first showed off as the Vision S at CES of 2020. We actually did make a video on this like 3-4 years ago, and has evolved bit by bit ever since then. Now with the eventual release date of 2026, and then since then has formed a joint venture with Honda called Sony Honda Mobility, or the SHM, pretty close to SMH, to bring the car to market. So the Afeela booth was set up at the Westfield Topanga, north of LA, where the car will be on display until April 1st. We got a chance to sit in and have a technology demo for some of the interior and UI features, and they're saying it's still like kind of on the limited side due to it being a prototype and it's not coming out for a few years. But like, I think this looks sick. Like, you kind of look through the car itself, like, I like this. I like how it looks. Now, I'm not dead set on it. Would really much depend on the price point that they're pushing for. But if this was like maybe like a 30 to 40 range car and maybe built in electric or hybrid, I wouldn't be against it. Like, it looks like a nice car. Like, it looks slightly different on the norm, but like, it looks cool. Looks a little bit futuristic, looks a little nice. Like, I think I like it. So kind of going through all of most of the pictures over here to give you guys like the look through on it. It looks okay. Like, I don't want to say it's like the best looking car ever, but I would see it. I like it. If I saw one of my friends buying it, I don't think I'd make fun of them for it, but like, it looks cool. I like the idea. I like the concept of the car itself. So going to recap, Sony's concept was originally stated to have a 400 kilowatt or a 536 horsepower dual motor, all-wheel drive. So basically go to 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. Top speed of around 149 miles per hour. So pretty okay-ish, I would say. Not the end of the world. Not bad. And that said, they don't know if those are still the specs they're going for and aiming for, and no one has any idea on price or also battery size too. Although they also do want to offer 10-year leases in the car itself, but they do have 2 more years until the project actually even comes out. But like, it looks cool. Like, these are the project, these are the prototypes, this is the big PlayStation car. Like, it's nifty, it's fun, something fun like to talk about. So things could change a lot before then. While the original Vision S concept was pitched with the specs above, we haven't heard them mentioned since. So Sony did show off the car during the road testing in Europe in 2021, but ever since the joint venture with Honda, Sony's demonstrations have been characterized more as tech demos of potential in-car experiences for a software-defined vehicle. Now, once again, like, I think this is kind of the future. if we have most cars out here, you want to have like really kind of nifty and funny things like this. Like, look, we have like the random little headlight that's like, hey, welcome you guys. Or maybe it's like you park your car, you say, welcome home, mom, welcome home, wife, whatever it might be. Like, it's just fun little nifty, small things you can put into cars themselves. And as I mentioned, many cars, especially electric vehicles nowadays, you have to spend some time, charging your cars and such. Like, they'll have things like Netflix, have things like even Game Pass, I believe might have been rumored for some car systems. You can just basically run things. You can play games on your stuff. Like, we've seen a lot of cool things with Tesla. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's kind of where the future of cars goes. Instead of having just a car you drive to places, as time goes on, that gets boring. We have more technological improvements. You want to have fun things. That's why we had like heated seats and like automatic starting. So over time, we're going to have cool things like media entertainment systems. So think you have like a passenger or people in the back of your car. Or even remember back in the day when I was a kid, you'd have those little mini TVs in like your truck and you'd be playing games and hooking up consoles or whatever. I remember I was going through Metroid Prime a bunch when I was going through my family. Granted, I had to go play the game muted, which sucked, but at the end of the day, it was always nice. It was always really cool. So I liked it. I think these are cool ideas, too, as well. So basically, as journalists went through there, they saw the tour, and they had a chance to see the car itself, and they had the first chance to see the neat features, which they had a customizable front media bar, which was greeting everyone for their tours, which you guys can see over there. And this feature is currently controlled by a phone app for the demo purposes. And here's like the inside of the car, which I'll zoom in a second. And then basically, they responded very quickly as they went through all the various display possibilities. And they had different types of themes. They had things like battery display to go check your charge levels, messages that could be relevant while driving, like warning is kind of cool. So basically you're driving through an area, there's an issue, there is a cop coming, whatever it might be. You could have things like warning labels. And I want to show you the inside because it looks sick. Starting to the car itself, the doors are intended to have facial recognition, or perhaps were opened by the tour guide futurely pressing a button on his phone app, so they weren't not really sure. And they're also auto opening and closing as well, and there's a small button at the edge of the door that you can use to open it. So let me go and show you guys the actual zooming, because this look. I mean, I'm a wannabe car guy. Like, I think cars are cool. I don't have a cool car myself, but look at how nice the interior looks. I like the driving wheel, looks kind of nifty and cool. I really like the really long dash too as well. Like, I think this looks sick. Like, I really do like this. Now, once again, this is a prototype, but like, this is futuristic. Like, I think this is kind of dope. I like it. So from the driver's seat, the cockpit view is pretty satisfying. Visibility felt good, and the cabin is quite spacious. The yoke steering wheel, which may or not be standard or an option, I like it. Like, I think it looks cool, so hopefully it's standard. Hasn't been decided yet, but it does offer a nice clear view of the instrument cluster, and it may use steer-by-wire, though that again has not been decided. The giant wraparound screen offers important instruments too as well for the driver, so they have cool HUD stuff, which wasn't activated for the demo though, but has a wide screen for navigation or entertainment in the center for the front of the passengers. So like, I mean, it's cool. Like, look, they literally have like, it looks like Spider-Man over here playing on top of this, which was actually overall very, very nifty and cool to go and see. Look, Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse. So they actually have this, like, itself over here. This is cool. It's for like a theme itself. And like, you have it on the, it's cool. It's like they literally have like integrated PlayStation things in the car. Here's the PlayStation 5 controller too as well, because you can basically, once again, the big selling point is just kind of somewhat customizable with PlayStation 2 as a whole. So various apps can be brought up on the screen and swipe between middle screen and passenger side. Whether or not they'll be active while the car is in motion, though, no one knows. It's kind of like a weird pseudo thing depending on the car. And the themes are customizable, can affect the car's also ambient lighting, the exterior media bar, and even motor sounds too, which is cool. Although they're saying they might as well turn it off, but it's cool. The side portions of the screen are for digital side mirrors, though the car is still expected to come with the physical side mirrors, as US regulators do not allow all digital mirrors yet. And the rear mirror is also a hybrid optical digital mirror too as well, but wasn't active. Some of the apps were also not active in the tech demo, but they had a general sense of the snappiness and design of this, although restricted for the UI. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little video over here.
Afeela prototype,
which I still think this is cool. This is very, very nifty to go and see. So this is like the live in action with the PlayStation 5 controller itself that people can literally drive. And you guys can see now, like, where they literally have Horizon playing in the screen itself. Like, this is really, really, really cool in the car itself. Like, look, they also have, like, the actual UI in general. I just want to show, like, this is cool. Like, this is really, really, really cool to see. And then once again, this is their demo, but as they're going through the menus, the UI. This is where they have the integration for their car, and it's just nice. Like, you could watch, like, here's Horizon. You could probably watch shows and movies, and imagine you're on a long road trip. Now, it might be a little bit distracting maybe, but like, look at how cool the navigation for this is. Like, I may upload a quick shot on this too as well in case you guys see it, but like, this is so cool. Like, I think this is a nifty car, and I'd almost be kind of very curious on how it turns out. Like, I think this looks awesome. Like, the Afeela turned out like sick. It's just cool. I think it's actually really cool. So I did a chance to go play Horizon for advice on this. I'm trying to pause the thing over here too as well. But like, it's cool. It does, so apparently it doesn't actually run in the in-car system, and they were using the PS5 remote play feature. So it lets you go and stream the gameplay over the internet from a PS5 connection somewhere else, which is a little bit of a weird caveat for it too. And they also did go and say it was also really hot too as well, just based on the thing itself. But like, they liked it. Like, they thought it was actually a really cool vibe. Now, there's a lot more to the actual car itself too, in case you guys are car people as well. But basically, the big summary over here is that Sony's trying to make the car look really cool. It has a lot of cool sensors. Just overall, seems like a really cool car experience. And I want to hear if you guys would go picking it up or not. I think it was really nifty. So subscribe if you guys want to. Give me your thoughts and comments down below. And I appreciate y'all for watching in the first place.